Dr. Andy over here at CrossFit 584 in Burlington, literally just up the road from my office. Today I want to talk about my favorite form of exercise, and that is high intensity interval training, or HIIT for short. So what's really awesome about high intensity interval training is that it has a really couple of good upgrades over traditional cardio or traditional endurance training. So traditional endurance training, think 20, 30, 45 minutes on the treadmill. No one wants to do that, right? So what we have adapted is something called high intensity interval training, which actually is a big, huge improvement, all right? So a couple of reasons why I really like this type of training. The first one is you get more bang for your buck. So in the amount of time that you can do, 45 minutes of traditional cardio, think, going on that treadmill for 45 minutes, no one wants to do that. Well, the good news is that if you do high intensity interval training, you can actually, in about 20 minutes, burn the same amount of calories, right? So you get more bang for your buck in terms of each minute spent in terms of burning calories. Even better is that you are not pushing yourself to the limit that entire time, right? So it is a little bit more doable for some people. If you find 45 minutes of cardio daunting, like many of us do, what you can do instead with interval training is 15 seconds of intense work. Think 15 seconds of push-ups, 15 seconds of sprinting, 15 seconds of jumping jacks, and you can follow that with 45 seconds of rest. All right, so 15 seconds of hard work, 45 seconds of rest. Do that 15 times. You've gotten a 15-minute workout in, and you've probably built more, or burned more calories than you would in 30 or 40 minutes of traditional cardio, which is obviously pretty awesome. So you get more bang for your buck. It's less daunting, and then finally, it's actually better for heart health. All right, so long term, in terms of what is going to train your heart to be able to go through life and be able to deal with stress, either home stress or work stress, you actually have to put your heart through some work instead of doing the low and slow of a gentle jog for 45 minutes. That doesn't get your heart rate up in terms of training your heart to be able to deal with some good stress, all right? So remember, high intensity interval training, and one of my absolute favorite forms of high intensity interval training is CrossFit. So CrossFit blends strength training with high intensity interval training, typically at the end of the workout in something called a Metcon, which is we run usually for about 15 minutes through a series of exercises, which gets your heart rate up and burns some good calories, and you're feeling pretty darn good for the rest of the day. But to start, if you're not ready for CrossFit, a good way to begin is a 15-minute exercise, and all I want you to do is rotate 15 seconds of push-ups, 45 seconds of rest, 15 seconds of sprinting, 45 seconds of rest, and 15 seconds of jumping jacks and 45 seconds of rest. Do that 5 times and you've got a 15-minute workout in, and you are going to feel really awesome afterwards. If you have any questions, please shoot them my way, share with a friend, and always remember to live with passion and not pain.